I feel like if God wanted to make me mentally stable, he would have made me mentally stable. But he didn't. So lock your fucking doors.
I step in the room with the case file cold. Blue tape on the door, whole story untold. Mama on the floor said, baby, don't stare. But the dead keep records in the stalemate there. I ask one question, the whole room chills. Dust on the mirror, then it starts to spill. A name in the plastic, a ring on the sink. They don't talk loud, they just make you think. Oh, shoes by the bed, blood on the lace. I know how to read what don't stay in place. If the law miss clues, I make the truth rise. I got
Yahoo News and Jay Jackson of the Indianapolis Star reported that the autopsy results for 18-year-old Travion Purtle is in, you guys. He was with a friend when he was last seen on March 7, 2026 in the 3600 block of Cedar Pine Lane and reported missing to Indianapolis Metropolitan Police the next day. IMPD announced him as a missing person who may needed medical attention on March 9th. In the midst of a search, social media rumors spread online about what could have happened to him. And we did a reading for him. We did 2 readings for the alleged friends of Travion Purtle, you guys. And it's crazy because the actual information that was released for this young man's demise is, it's crazy. It's crazy. Due to the investigation becoming a high-profile case, Marion County Coroner Alfie McGrinty released a statement on March 16th. Because this is an ongoing investigation, we cannot speculate on potential circumstances surrounding the death at this time. The final determination may take several weeks as toxicology testing and investigative reviews are completed, he stated at that time. And he also stated that as we near the time frame of determining the cause and manner of death, we will share information with the public after we have provided information to the family. So obviously the family knows of the autopsy reports right now, okay? Travion Purtle's cause of death was determined, you guys, to be blunt force trauma injuries to the head, the neck, and the trunk with brain and skeletal injuries. Investigators told the Indy Star the injuries were consistent with those sustained if he had fallen from a great height. Okay. Purtle's body was found near a radio tower that extends hundreds of feet in the air. But the teen's manner of death is still undetermined some type of way, you guys, according to the Marion County Coroner's Office. Okay, so what does this mean, for his case? Okay. Death investigations, you guys, they can be ruled as natural. They can be ruled as accidents, self-exiting, or homicides, okay? So, although his case is known from although his cause of death is known from his physical injuries, officials can't really say with certainty that those injuries were the result of an accident, an intentional act, or self-harm, you guys. Wow. And, the big question was, did he actually have drugs in his system? The toxicology results are complete for his autopsy, but Marion County Coroner's Office told Indy Star that they're not going to release that for the public, that they rather the teen's family be given the results first if requested, you guys. That's fucked up. Not that, they're going to give the results and things like that. But, the fact that he actually died from blunt force trauma is crazy. We did predict that in his readings that could have been a possibility as to why allegedly he's not here with us anymore. Wow. All right, you guys, we're going to move on to the next case update that we have here. We also have Miss Ashley Janae. Miss Ashley Janae's case right now is closed, you guys. They closed Miss Janae's case. So Ashley Janae's fiance, Joe McCann, has spoken out following the confirmation of the cause of her death allegedly. He told People magazine, well, not necessarily People magazine, but this is an article from People magazine. He said he misses Ashley every moment of every day, and the pain of being without her will never go away. Sounds like a poem to me. A sudden loss of this magnitude, is not something I can simply get over. My priorities all along were getting Ashley home and cooperating with the authorities to ensure that the truth would be revealed. I wish to express my deepest gratitude to the dedicated men and women of the Tanzania Police Force for their professional, sensitive, and thorough investigation. And that's what he said there for that. He on May 5th, though, he publicly addressed the public for her death, and for the first time in a lengthy statement he shared on X. Not sure if you guys are aware of that, but he said there are no adequate words to describe the total devastation, emptiness, and shock that he feels after losing his best friend, his confidant, and his fiancée, Ashley Janae Robinson. As a father himself, it also broke his heart for Ashley's parents, Yolanda and Harry. Okay. Devoted fans knew Ashley through her charismatic online persona, Ashley, with 2 E's. But the person I love was Ashley, how she regularly spelled her name, Ashly. A woman who embodied the virtues of compassion, empathy, kindness, generosity, and love. A nurturing presence. Ashley cared deeply for the people closest to her, which to my internal gratitude included me. She fattened me up with her amazing cooking and had a great relationship with my kids. Each day, we both shared quiet moments of reflection and many joys of being in love with each other. End quote. So it has been ruled that Ashley's death is a self-exiting, you guys. Now, we also did a reading on Ashley Janae, and it did not come out so well that it was self-exiting. But y'all know how that type of stuff goes. Did not come out that way, but that is the update that the news and Mr. McCann has for us for Ashley Janae. Now, it has been said that allegedly there's a rumor that TMZ put out something about it and they lied. Now, child, I don't have nothing to say about that. TMZ, they are a very big independent news reporting company. And I say that again, independent news reporting company. They don't necessarily work with Fox like that, or they're not CBS or CNN. They are TMZ. TMZ is sometimes they're credible, sometimes they're not as credible, But when we're trying to get our news, you guys, and I know we try to stay and steer away from mainstream media because a lot of people feel like mainstream media does not report news fairly, and we've seen that recently. We're not going to get into that, but there are a lot of people that are trustworthy, they're credible. There are a lot of content creators that are not only on YouTube but TikTok, Facebook. You just have to have a mind of discernment, like I always say, and, do your research a little bit on these people, if you want to get news reporting from these people. Okay? But right now, for Miss Janae, this is what we have. She has been, her unaliving has been ruled self-exiting, and the autopsy report and toxicology report, even though the public does not have that information just yet, the autopsy report for Mr. Travion Purtle is out, and it reported blunt force trauma. Y'all just pretty much let me know what y'all think about that. Okay, so we read on both individuals in season 2 of Talks of Tarot, and you know how things go. Sometimes, things are reported as is, and sometimes things are reported differently. But, it is what it is, y'all. I hope that the families of both individuals find peace. I hope that, you know, um, especially Trayvion's family, because, both individuals were, presumed the way they were presumed. And, with Trayvion, they can't even figure out if his situation is, self-inflicted, an intentional act, or an accident. So keep them in your prayers, please, please. Keep both families in your prayers. And I do have a reading coming up for a couple. Wow, I have a reading for a couple coming up. It was a self-exiting and red rum. So be on the lookout for that. As always, you guys, peace and blessings, love and light.
Yeah. 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 I step in the room with the case file cold. Blue tape on the door, whole story untold.